Good morning, folks. I want to take this opportunity to get to talk to everybody. Unfortunately, this is not our usual start out in the gym orientation, but we still have a lot of things to talk about, and we here at Hornbeck are very excited to see all of our students back. It's going to be a great year, even though it's going to be a little different. And we've got some wild changes, and I need to talk to you about them. First off, we will start school on the 17th of August. That will be pre-K through 4th. Then on Tuesday, August 18th, we will start 5th grade through 8th grade, but they will be joining the K through 4th. So that's on that Tuesday, we'll have K through 8th grade. Now, they will also be joined by high school on that day, and that's 9 through 12. Now that is only going to be on that day A through L. That's students with the last name of A through L. And then on that following Wednesday, the rest of the students will come in M through Z, but not the A through L, because A through L is going to be Tuesday and Thursday for high school only. M through Z is going to be Wednesday and Friday for high school only, and Monday will be virtual school for high school only. K through 8 will be going every day of the week. I know that's a little different, but that's what we're going to do. Now, if you are one of the students who have chosen to go into virtual school, Vernon Parish School Board is offering a very good virtual school. Good as any virtual school out there. And the forms, they're going to look just like this. You'll find them online on the Vernon Parish website and on the Hornbeck High School website. For the virtual ones, you can even turn them in that way. Now, on August 10th through 11th, we will have Chromebook handout for those students who will be virtual school. You'll come in, you'll get your Chromebook, and you will sign a contract. And also on the virtual school, don't fall behind, folks. It's very, very important that you work every single day, even when you're at home. If you don't, you'll fall behind, because every day is going to be a new lesson. It's going to be the same exact thing that's going on here at school. So you know there won't be any changes on that. So the virtual school is a good thing. If that's what the best path for you and your family is, go ahead and sign up for it. Mask. Folks going to have to wear a mask. Governor Edwards has mandated that. Until otherwise, anybody coming in a public facility, state facility, anything of that nature, has to wear a mask. So us as a state facility, anyone entering the school must wear a mask. Also, while you're here, students, we're going to be practicing social distancing, meaning you don't get right up on everybody. So that's a very, very important thing. So, and your classrooms will be set up to help you with social distancing. Your lunches will be set up with social distancing. Everything will be working for that. Okay, now as you come to school, things are going to be a little bit different than they were before. If your parents are bringing you to school, you will only drop off down at the old gym, not at the new gym. Now, when you get off your bus or you drop off your parents, you will find there will be a barricade. It'll be right by the elementary building. At the elementary building, every student and every staff member will have to walk through a thermal scanner. If anybody has a temperature that is 100.4 high, you will be isolated, masked, and your folks will be called. And if you're one of my employees, you're going to go home. And those individuals will have to get tested and released back to us by a medical physician, which we will have to see that information. Movement to class. It's going to be staggered. It's going to be different. We will not have near as many people in the hallway at the same time. So as you move to class, it's going to be staggered by times, grades, and on the first day when you get here, you will be oriented on how that's going to work. Lunch. You'll be socially distanced in the cafeteria. You will not sit right next to someone. When you go in and you have your lunch, everybody's going to sit a little ways apart. And we're going to do whatever we can to stay with state, CDC, and Bessie Board guidelines. All this is put in place to keep your child safe. PE. When you go to PE, it's going to be a little different. It's not going to be out playing basketball and doing the regular things that you do normally in PE. It will be calisthenics, jumping jacks exercises where that your distance and the organized games and sports that you play will be stuff where that you're not right together, sharing a ball, having contact. Our PE teachers are working very hard to make sure that they are within all of the BESI guidelines for this. Water bottles. The CDC has asked that all public schools shut down their water fountains. All of my water fountains will be turned off and covered up. So, K through 8, bring a water bottle. I don't care what it looks like. 9 through 12, clear water bottle. Now, I have a machine here that distributes water bottles, and I will have some staff members selling water, and it will be at the best price you can find anywhere for a bottle of water. So that's something that many people have asked about, and we will. That's how that'll work. Now, in just a minute, I'm going to walk over to the gym and talk to you when I'm over there about the latest updates on the Louisiana High School Athletic Association, and also over the past few days or weeks, myself and my assistant principal, Ms. Hooks, have had countless calls from concerned parents. We've had emails. We've had text messages. We've had probably smoke signals. We have everything imaginable. And we've compiled all of these questions. And these are wonderful questions. And it's the same questions that's on your mind right now. So we're going to try to answer all those questions. And I'm certain there'll be some that we miss. But we're going to try to answer some of those questions to help relieve stresses and things of that nature that you may have. So I'll see you at the gym in just a minute. Thank you.
Hi, high school. I know every year you're used to signing up for classes in March before we begin in the fall. Well, as you well know, that didn't happen this year. So what's going to happen for your scheduling is I'm going to place you in classes. Once you come on our campus beginning the 18th, we will work together with your graduation plan, and we'll move you if we need to and make your class schedule fit what makes you be able to graduate. Love you guys, and I miss you, and I'll see you real soon.
Back over here at the gym. It's been a little too quiet over here, but we'll get it back sooner or later. I don't have a mic, so I'm not talking real loud as usual. But look, on the sports. Right now, we will be postponing the elementary and the junior high sports until further notice with LHSAA. The LHSAA tells me that they're hoping that we will resume basketball season during the district sometime in November. That's the best that I can tell you right now. As long as we're in phase 2, that's kind of where we're at. So this stuff's rapidly changing all the time. So we'll see what happens. But I am looking forward to this gym getting refilled. Can't wait for that day to happen. Now, I've got Miss Hooks here. Now, she has got some questions that I talked about a minute ago, that we both have had coming in and calls and emails and smoke signals and all that kind of good stuff. So, Miss Hooks.
Are you ready, Mr.
I am ready.
Jones?
What do you have? What do you have?
First question, Mr. Jones. Can a student receive the same diploma if they're virtual?
Absolutely, Miss Hooks. They have all the same opportunities. They will be right here in this gym, marching with everybody else, getting a diploma. Doesn't matter where or which way they do it.
Well, Mr. Jones,
What you got?
if I get sick with COVID, how's my attendance going to be affected?
Well, ma'am, that's a very, very good question. It will not be affected greatly. Of course, we will require some kind of a note from a doctor saying that you are indeed positive for the COVID-19. Upon that happening, you will be able to go right onto an online format and take classes virtually, not miss a day, not miss a minute. So you will be totally caught up.
Okay, Mr. Jones. Am I going to get suspended if I forget my mask?
That's a good question, Ms. Hooks. No, the governor has mandated that masks are to be worn, and I stress to everybody to try to bring your mask. But I will have a few disposable ones around here, just in case you get up early, you didn't eat your Cheerios quick enough, and you couldn't get on the bus and everything, and remember to grab that mask. So I will have one, but let's try not to make a habit of it. You know, those things are hard to get your hands on, and I ain't got a whole bunch of them. But no, I'm not gonna do you in about it, but we'll still fix you because we gotta keep everybody safe.
Mr. Jones, but what happens if somebody in my class gets COVID?
Well, you know, Ms. Hooks, that's probably gonna happen. That's fact. But we're going to follow the guidelines of the Bessie Board and the state of Louisiana. If someone in your class gets sick, they will be at home on virtual school. Now, the others that were around them will be contacted by the school saying that your child, once we realize that, that your child has been exposed to the COVID-19, no, we can't tell you who exposed them because that'd be against HIPAA laws and FERPA laws and every other kind of law. But we will tell you that your child has been exposed. You could expect an automated call that will come to your house or possibly a voice call. Now, when that happens, that call will ask you to make sure you watch out for symptoms. Upon seeing any kind of symptoms, then we're going to quarantine that child and they will be virtual learner until the time that they're cleared by a physician.
Okay, Mr. Jones, but what if I forget my water bottle?
Oh my goodness. You get thirsty, I imagine.
Yes, sir.
But the thing is, we have some things in place for that. We have a machine that distributes water, and we will have some employees that will be selling water at the fairest of prices that you can imagine for a bottle of water, because we realize that's going to happen.
Okay, Mr. Jones, if my child isn't feeling well, what do I do?
Well, I'd keep them home. You know, if it was one of the, especially if it's one of the symptoms is, I hear, a fever, 100.4 or higher, cough, a sore throat, loss of taste in your mouth. Keep those babies home. Let us know, and we'll get them on the virtual learning as quick as we possibly can.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I'm a CTE student. How am I going to get my hands-on time with Coach Thornton?
Well, that's easy. As you know, we're doing virtual school on those days, on Mondays. So those individuals who are a CTE student can speak with Coach Thornton and arrange that time on some of those virtual days. And during this time, you might stay an hour with Coach Thornton, you might stay 2, 3, I don't know. Whatever he says that you require. Now, that's not every Monday, but he will schedule that through his class as needed.
Well, if I'm a virtual student, Mr. Jones, can I still get breakfast and lunch?
You know, we thought about that, and that's absolutely true. For some of you parents and everything that picked up lunches before we shut that down over the summer, you're going to drive through the back part of the school here, and there will be plates waiting on you, and an employee out there that will be handing out breakfast for those individuals and lunches for those individuals. So we're still working out all the details on that, but that will be available to virtual learners who want their due meals from the school.
Okay, Mr. Jones, I live out in the sticks, but I'm a virtual student. I already have my Chromebook checked out, but I don't get internet at my house. What do I do?
Well, that's a very good question, and that's something that has concerned us at the Vernon Parish School Board for a few weeks now. What we're doing is our technology department is amped up our ability to cast Wi-Fi all the way out to our parking lots here. So if you are a virtual learner and you do not have internet at home, you can go up here and download your lesson and then bring it home and do your stuff with your lesson. You can come back in and just turn it in from the parking lot. Okay, so that's the way that virtual learners will do that. Don't have internet access.
Okay, Mr. Jones, if I choose virtual school, can I still participate in Hornbeck High School athletics?
That's a very good question, and we've had a lot of those questions. And the answer to that is yes. We realize that some families that this is what's going to be best, and I also realize as a former student of Vernon Parish, and there's a lot of kids that their main reason they love to come to school is sports. I don't want to take that away from them. So if you are a student athlete and you choose to go virtual, yes, you can still participate in sports.
Last question, Mr. Jones. If everything opens back up to normal and school resumes like it always has, 5 days a week for everyone, do I have to come back, or can I still choose to be a virtual student?
You know, Ms. Hooks, that too is a very good question. That is one that we've had a lot of ask and on the phone and everything recently. The answer to that is yes. You can come back or you can stay with virtual school. I hope every day that we can return to normal tomorrow. Today wouldn't be soon enough. But we have, the parish has put forth a massive effort over these months off to make sure that we can provide virtual school as good as anybody in the country. And with this new technology, this new ability, we will be able to provide that. So yes, absolutely. If they want to stay virtual, Ms. Hooks, they can stay virtual. We want to do whatever we can for the families of Vernon Parish to make life as good as possible and return to as much normalcy as we can. And that was your last question.
That was my last
Well,
question.
y'all know, here in Vernon Parish, here at Hornbeck High School, we will continue to educate. And we will continue to always build a better future. That's what we're here for. That's what we try to do every day. And once again, I'm looking so forward to seeing everybody again. Y'all take care, and I'll see y'all on the 17th. Thank you.